Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Now, we know Kate Forbes has been the subject of much abuse because of her beliefs, her religion, particularly amongst the things like gay marriage or or children outside of marriage. And this all came to the fore during the gender debate and such things as that. And it was stoked earlier last week when Mary Black personally attacked her, holding and saying that Kate Forbes' views were extremist. I don't think they are, and I think the numbers are sufficient that in actual fact Kate Forbes' views are probably the orthodox, normal views, and that most people on the planet hold those views, and it would therefore be Mary Black who is extremist. But that's another video for another day. There's a group called Logos Scotland who have done a survey, and they have said that 70% of people in Scotland think the SNP are anti-Christian. And I would also suggest that the vast proportion of people in Scotland are either Christian or Christian ethically raised. But why this hatred within government for the largest religion in Scotland? It seems very weird. Well, I think the problem is that the politics of these Marxists is in it of itself anti-biblical teachings. They keep pushing things which are directly against the Bible. Now, I put my hand up at this point. I am an atheist, but I'm what I like to call a Christian atheist. That is to say, I've come to believe that there is no God, there is no higher power, and that all destiny is within us. It is our job to improve us. It's almost quite Buddhist in a little way. But I was raised within that ethical Judeo-Christian sort of morals and ethics and things. And so my belief on what's right and wrong is all based on that. I believe that humans can decide for themselves what's right, what's wrong, what's good, what's bad. Sometimes you have to do bad things, but for a good reason and whatever. But that's all personal choices, but based on the basic ruling of don't be an arsehole. You know, if you can't do good, don't do bad. But if you can do good and it costs you nothing, do it. You know, be nice, smile, tell someone they look good. Don't be cruel, that sort of thing. But you can do all of that without the belief in any kind of God or gods or, higher powers. It's all inner spirituality. But that's where I come from. Mary Black, on the other hand, seems to have a problem specifically with Christianity. And yet, really, Christians are more tolerant towards Mary Black than just about any other group. They keep wanting to bring in the immigrants. And if they keep bringing the immigrants in that they keep wanting to bring in, then people like Mary Black are really going to be the first ones who suffer from this. And all of a sudden it'll be like, gosh darn it, aren't those Christians nice? They don't want to throw me off tall buildings and things like that. So what she's actually doing is attacking the one group who, whilst they don't necessarily agree with Mary Black's lifestyle, are prepared to tolerate it and not burn them at the stake for it. Those days have gone. He seems very intolerant. I think Mary Black's problem, of course, particularly, is a lot of self-loathing that sort of exudes into a general hatred of anyone else. But the SNP themselves, by pushing this gender, by pushing the right to push sexuality onto children and all these sort of things, I think the real evil in the world is people like that. When you get John Swinney, a man who, as Education Secretary, wanted to ask 5-year-olds what they thought about when they were touching themselves, you know that this man should not be anywhere near children. And yet he often likes going into schools for photo ops. I'll just let that one hang there for a while. Anyway, that's my view on it. I agree with Logos. I do think that the SNP are anti-Christian. I think they're definitely anti-Jewish. They are so anti-Semitic. And yet they all seem to be wanting to kiss the arse of one particular group. And we all know who that is. And you have to wonder why, given how few there are in Scotland. Yes, some people say, oh, there's a lot there and a lot there and a lot there. But generally, very small percentage. But that's up to the Scots. You need to do something about that. But for some reason, Christians, persona non grata. Not allowed to be a Christian in today's Scotland. Which is odd when you consider how sectarian over that one subject Scotland has been traditionally. I come from a place where it's been even worse, of course. Narn. Anyway, thank you very much. Take care. Speak later. Bye. Come on.